Finance Watch is a non-profit association dedicated to reforming financial regulation in the interest of citizens. The organisation's work covers many topics, including financial stability, financial supervision, retail financial services, financial inclusion, digital finance, public finance, and sustainable finance, which is the focus of this video. The planet's livability is at stake. Humanity's economic and financial systems, driven by unsustainable growth, are pushing us beyond the planet's boundaries. These systems not only ignore social and environmental destruction, but often accelerate it, putting the future of our planet at serious risk. But Finance Watch believes that the financial industry could shift sides, from being part of the problem to becoming part of the solution. Finance could help to secure the planet's future. For finance to become a catalyst to a sustainable world, it is crucial that financial flows are reoriented away from environmentally harmful activities and towards a sustainable economy. The way finance is regulated today, financial institutions can still claim to behave responsibly while prioritising short-term financial returns, and without any serious consideration for social and environmental consequences. Even the so-called ESG financial products often fall short of what regular consumers expect. Products labelled as sustainable still focus primarily on whether the funded activity can provide a good return. And, misleadingly, green finance products are often invested in fossil fuel companies and other activities that harm the environment. How can Europe allow these products to be called sustainable if they don't really finance a sustainable economy? Overall, only a small part of the financial system demonstrates a genuine commitment to sustainability. Finance Watch wants to change that. Here in Brussels, the Sustainable Finance team is dedicated to ending greenwashing and putting long-term considerations before short-term financial return. We believe that financiers should be required to consider sustainability risks and non-financial criteria when they invest. This is no small task, but when it comes to the rules that apply to all financial institutions, small changes to EU laws can make a big difference. Let's take an example. In 2024, the EU revised its capital requirement regulation to enhance the safety of banks. The idea is to ensure banks have enough financial resources to cover risks so that they don't collapse and leave taxpayers to foot the bill. Finance Watch pushed for the new rules to consider climate risks and the transition away from fossil fuels. We presented compelling evidence to EU policymakers demonstrating that banks' assets in the fossil economy are at a high risk of losing their value in the transition to a sustainable economy. This means that continued financing of the fossil fuel industry by banks endangers long-term financial stability. To gather public support for our arguments, we started the One for One campaign, supported by many civil society organisations and individual experts. The campaign led to a major win. All EU banks are now required to create transition plans, which address climate risks, a step towards aligning with climate neutrality by 2050. Additionally, our One for One campaign caught the attention of the Basel Committee, which sets global banking standards. Finance Watch is now working to bring climate considerations into international banking rules. There are many more proposals Finance Watch is advocating for to make finance more sustainable. In 2025, Finance Watch will be working on the SFDR, a rule that requires financial institutions to explain how their investments affect environment and society. The SRD, on the rights of shareholders. The CSDDD, on mandatory due diligence for companies. The CSRD, on sustainability reporting obligations for companies. The CRR and CRD, on banking rules. MiFID, on investor protection and financial market transparency. PRIPS, on investment products for consumers. And many more legislative files and technical standards on sustainability. And all this has to be done in a changing political climate. The recent European Parliament elections have reshuffled the cards, bringing new challenges and opportunities with the start of a new legislative cycle. To succeed, Finance Watch needs the support of civil society as a counterweight to vested interests and powerful lobbies. The best way to shift policymakers' minds is often via coordinated civil society advocacy and collective action. This is where Finance Watch's members come in. Finance Watch's members include consumer groups, housing associations, trade unions, NGOs, financial experts, academics, and other civil society groups, all strictly independent from the financial industry. Members are present in 20 EU countries, representing the interests of citizens across Europe. Members meet regularly to coordinate actions on financial reform. Finance Watch facilitates regular, members-only Sustainable Finance Working Group meetings. These meetings are opportunities to hear from other Finance Watch members across Europe about their initiatives, arguments, successes, and struggles when it comes to advocating for sustainability in finance. It's also how members can hear about the latest developments in EU-level financial regulation. All Finance Watch members are welcome at the Sustainable Finance Working Group meetings, which take place multiple times throughout the year. If you miss one, don't worry. Just join the next session. Want to dive even deeper into the topic of sustainable finance, or apply to become a Finance Watch member and join the working group? Reach out to our policy team now. Let's join forces to make finance serve society.